Hey, Craig the Pool Man here with Pool Specialist. We are here today to give you a quick, easy video on how to diagnose your spa. You come out to your spa and you find that your breaker is tripped, and you then try to reset it and it trips immediately. It's most likely your circulation pump. If it comes on and the circulation pump starts going and then you can see the heat and illuminate, then if the breaker trips, it's mostly likely your heat. If you start turning on other devices such as blowers and additional pumps, then one of those is probably bad and they will all trip your breaker. So if it is your breaker tripping when you first turn the spa on and it is your circulation pump, the easiest way to verify that is you're going to come down and you've got your control box down here and you have a bunch of plugs that are plugged in. They're for your different pumps and aerators and things of that nature. So the one pump, which typically is a red plug, I don't understand why this one came to factory with a black plug, that if you just unplug it for your circulation pump, which is right here, then go and try your breaker. Of course, your water has to be full in order to test this. So the spa does have to be full. And now if you unplug that and you turn the breaker on and it stays on, it doesn't trip, then it is almost definitely your circulation pump. So the easiest thing to do is we're going to replace that circulation pump. We went ahead and I bought it from spaguts.com. I like going to them simply because they have very knowledgeable, educated people that you can speak with if you have any issues. The part costs a little bit more. You can have it customized, such as I bought it with the wiring, the plug, the unions, the actual return rotated in the correct position, everything. And they're the only company that really gives you all these options. And yeah, while it might cost you a little bit of extra money to do that, it saves you a whole lot of time. And more than likely, the old stuff is bad anyway. So just go ahead and save yourself the headache and purchase it the right way, all built up. So I've had very good luck with spaguts.com. Anytime I've ordered something off of Amazon, they've sent me the wrong thing, even though I plugged in the correct part number. You really don't save any money by going to Amazon. There is no support. They really have no clue about what's going on. And you're 90% chance of getting the incorrect part. So we're going to go ahead at this point and explain to you how to replace this pump. Okay, well, this is somewhat inconvenient to work on. Not a big surprise anytime you're dealing with a spa. And that particular panel has a radio in it in my spa. And this is an older spa, about 10 years old or so. And then what we're going to wind up doing is we have to remove both these unions, and then we're going to have to unbolt the pump from the actual pad that it's on. So that's my next process. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Don't think you need to watch me do it. The unions just unscrew like regular unions would, and you're going to use, as I call it, a union wrench. So as you can see, I removed the pump from, this is my main circulation pump, and I actually had to also take off this connecting part that goes between the pump and then of course the heater. And I have a little waterfall that goes in the spa. So this is the waterfall that goes to the spa. Usually you're not going to have to remove this pipe. If you do, chances are you're going to wind up having to replace the whole thing all the way up. But it is kind of difficult to shimmy out of there, and you're going to have to shimmy it in. When you go ahead and do this, you might as well replace your O-rings and put new O-rings in the entire thing. That way you don't have to worry about leaks later on or tightening them. So I tend to put O-rings in. And then I also use something called Easy Lube on them so that they have a little bit more water resistance and they seal a little bit easier and a little bit better. Here are my two pumps side by side. Of course, what I did was I photographed this part number and this part number before I actually went online. Went online to spaguts.com and ordered a new pump with the motor. And they're pretty much identical. You can see that I ordered it with the cord, which is great. Otherwise, you have to dig the cord out, and it's so much easier just to cut the cord on both sides than to try to dig it out of all the foam. I am going to go ahead and put in a new bonding wire just because it's easier to do. You put a new one as an old one. But again, I bought this from spaguts.com and said I want a left side return and I want a wire on this motor, specified a red plug, which gives me the exact type of plug. And now it's all wired up. Really all I have to do is lift it in, plug it in, put the unions back on, and we're good to go. A union channel lock is exactly this, and what you'll see is this is a channel lock number 215. These are invaluable for taking off unions. Okay, as you can see, we now have that pump replaced. It's installed. I replaced the O-ring going into the heating element, and of course the O-ring going onto the pump. As you can see, you've got to dig out some of the insulation. Unfortunately, this pump was a little bit longer than the old one, but I did get it with the new wiring. Put a new bonding wire on it. Make sure you bond it, because if you don't, it's going to corrode a whole lot faster, and it's just not going to last as long. And quite honestly, that's code. That's what electrical code requires. Pretty much in every state and every country requires that pump to be bonded. Alright, so now we're going to take this opportunity that the spa is drained. We're going to clean it out and then refill it with fresh water. We'll be back once it's full and check for leaks and put the panels back on. Okay, we have filled our spa up. I've set my temperature. I set it to about 98, 99. That's, for me, that's what I like. Starting out about 80 degrees, I filled it through, we have a tankless hot water heater, and I mixed that with a garden hose, so it's pretty comfortable already. We did check for all the leaks to make sure that we don't have any issues with leaking. And now we're going to go ahead and put the panels back on and conclude this video. Okay, we have now completed our project. All the panels are on. Of course, we checked for leaks before we put the panels on, made sure everything was functioning correctly, and we are now good to go to enjoy our spa tonight. Hope you found this video educational. If you did, give us a thumbs up, a like, and thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.